Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex Competitive back into the new video, and today we're going to be talking about high school DxD and all of Issei's future children with each individual girl that he has one with. So I got this information off of High School DxD Wiki for anyone who does want to know. I did not decide to script this video because I just kind of like, well, you can really truly only describe somebody one way. So I'm just going to give you guys my impression and my reaction to each individual character's description. So I do hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys do, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at X25. And definitely be sure to check out my links down in my description below. See you guys in the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm actually going to start off with is actually Issei and Akino's. Why? Because it's the eldest and or oldest child of all the children. I don't know who got what first. You know, I'm not saying Issei was with Akino first, okay? I know people are going to say that. I'm not saying that. That's just... he's the oldest one, okay? That's the first one to be born, and I know Rhea's fans will be butthurt if I straight up say that was the first one to go. So, listen, the eldest of the siblings and the son of Issei and Akino, Kurenai comes off as a well-mannered person, apologizing on his siblings' behalf when they act reckless, as well as a notable leader. A researcher from Grigory, Kurenai is the person that created the artificial boosted gear for his brother EX and is Issei's successor as a Grigory researcher. He inherited the abilities of Himejima bloodline and his grandfather, such as Purification and Holy Lightning, respectively. Kurenai can summon a sacred beast called Hyodo, which is similar to his clan Suzaku, that can control fire. Kurenai is also capable of flight by using his dragon wings. So now let's talk about the character that you guys have all been waiting for, EX Grimery. The son of Issei Hyodo and Rhea's Grimery, he is known as the God Slayer of the Scarlet Blade. He was trained by both Volley and Kiba, therefore he is the young ace of the united armies of all combined mythological systems. So right there, we know that EX is absolutely just ridiculously strong. Volley and Kiba training him, I can only imagine how powerful this guy is. So, as well as the strongest swordsman of the Grimery family. See, there you go. Again, once again, reiterating, he has to just be ridiculously strong. So EX is a typically very obedient and brave lad, but is also headstrong, as he has a tendency to become reckless when someone important to him is injured. So a lot like his father. Let's just be honest. I mean, given Issei, it's always worked out for you, but your son is just like you. So EX has conflicting feelings towards his father, for he initially has a slight dislike for him on account of Issei's failing to protect Asia, but at the same time misses him very much for hardly ever spending time with him. So just reading that right there really makes me wonder, what's Issei doing at this point in time in the future? You know, why is he not around? Issei does not come off as that kind of person that would not be around. You know, he's not going to be someone like, I don't know, like a Valley. You could very well see Valley kind of having kids and being there for them, but really being distant at the same time. So it makes you wonder what's going on with that. So EX has inherited the power of destruction from his father. Additionally, he is also wielding two weapons, an artificial version of the boosted gear, as we just discussed about. We know that Kurenai made that, and also the boosted gear Diablos and a crimson sword, Galatine III, which is an alchemy metallurgical, hopefully I pronounced that right for you guys, crafted version of Galatine that he uses in tandem with his power of destruction. So that's from Rhea's, we all know that, but it does say power of destruction in a slash form, so that's pretty cool. We see, you know, the boosted gear and stuff like that. It's not the real boosted gear because Issei's still around, obviously, but we see the boosted gear, and we also get to see what he inherited from his mom, the Crimson, man. So that's pretty cool to see. Definitely let me know what you guys think about that. And now let's hop on to the next child of Issei Hyodo's. So now let's actually hop on to best girl's child, Xenovia Corte. So Corte is the child that she will have with Issei, son of Issei and Xenovia. Like his mother, Zen is slightly destructive in battle, but not quite as stubborn. So I mean, I guess that's good to know. We all do know Xenovia can be a little bit stubborn at times, especially before she joins the occult research club. So Zen is the wielder of the Durandal 4. Like EX, he is also trained by Kiba, so that's cool to see that he's trained by Kiba. It makes you wonder why he's not trained by Xenovia, but it's still cool to see that Kiba isn't highly, just very involved, highly involved with these kids. So due to his training with Kiba, Zen's usage of his Durandal 4 is more focused on technique, which I could very well, very much so agree with that. Xenovia doesn't seem to be really based on technique. It seems to be just raw power, and the fact that she's able to wield that sword that very, very few have ever been able to do. So, hopping on next with Zen Corte, Zen's usage of his Durandal force more focused on techniques rather than its destruction powers like his mother's. Zen is also capable of flight using his dragon wings. So Zen Corte, can't wait to see what he looks like. I mean, I wish it was a girl because his mom's got it going on. So now it's time to hop on with the next character, Shirayuki, daughter of Issei and Konako Tojo. Like his mother, Shirayuki is a nekomata with white hair and cat ears and usually wears a white kimono. She is noted to give off a tough-looking expression. Shirayuki is capable and or able to use Tauki, and since she is a Senjutsu user, she can also create countless numbers of Kashi. So that's cool to see. I mean, not much to her description. I mean, Konako's not the most highly involved character out of the main cast. I mean, that definitely goes to characters like, Rias, Issei. Ross Weiss is more involved. And I would say, really, I guess Xenovia. I mean, for the most part, a lot of times if it's just dialogue in general, it's usually Akano, Rias, Issei, Xenovia, and I mean, this last season, Ozzy didn't have much to say, but those other characters just had a bigger role, especially Edina. I mean, this was, this last season really didn't have Konako at all. It's non-existent, her and Ozzy is. But I mean, Ozzy's more involved than Konako ever is, so I'm not surprised by the description. I wish I had a little bit more information to give you guys, but yeah, still cool nonetheless to see that even, I guess, you Konako fans get to have Issei having a kid with your best girl. Okay, now this is where a lot of you guys start saying, what? And maybe getting excited, and maybe the most excited you've gotten throughout the whole video because you just didn't expect this part. So, Kurobara, daughter of Issei, and wait for it, Kuroka. Similar to her Nekomata sister, Kurobara has matching black hair and cat ears that are similar to her respective mother, and also wears a black kimono. She's noted to be a bit more composed compared to her mother's joyful attitude. Kurobara is able to use Tauki, and like Shirayuki, is a Senjutsu user, which means she can also create countless numbers of Kashi. So really the same thing as Konako, right? Not much of a difference than Konako, but nonetheless, I mean, to me personally, Kuroka is just a cool character, badass character, very strong, obviously. You can only imagine the bloodline and how strong this character could be. I mean, Nekomata, Devil, and who knows what else in between. I mean, a lot of these characters do have dragon wings, so maybe a little bit of dragon in them as well. So pretty cool to see nonetheless. Kurobara. So our next character is Irie Hyodo. So the second eldest of the siblings. So second eldest, listen, this is the second eldest of the siblings. So it goes Akano, then it goes Azia. So now let's hop back into this. And the daughter of Issei and Azia Argento. There you have it. Like her mother, Irie is really kind-hearted and has a strong impression of seniority, which is seen when she assisted a lost old lady. In fact, she wasn't meant to interact with anyone on their mission or even act out the part of a proper older sister. Irie can also be quite intimidating, as seen by her giving off a silent pressure and with a scary smile. As a result, she is easily feared by her younger siblings, unlike her mother. Irie excels in combat due to being both an excellent nature-based magic user and proficient hand-to-hand fighter. So hand-to-hand fighter, obviously that is way, way beyond what Ozzy has been able to do in hand-to-hand combat. No. I mean, at the end of the day, Ozzy is nothing but a healer. She has no combat skills, whether she develops them later on in the series or not. Right now, for us anime fans, we don't know, right? Are strictly anime onlys. So she is already way stronger than her mother. She's, her siblings are scared of her. So just put all these kind of things into perspective. She's really the 180 and exactly the same as her mother at the same time. She has that scary, subtle smile, so we all know that she's going to be really, really strong. So hopping on to the description or hopping back into the description, she is said to be tied with EX as the strongest among the siblings in terms of combat. Listen to that one more time and just remember what I just said. She is said to be tied with EX as the strongest among the siblings in terms of combat. That's crazy. The 180 of Azia Argento. She wields an artificial Longinus Gigantus maiden robe in which Fafnir is used as a power source. So using the god Fafnir as the power source, really. So Fafnir, I believe, guys, Norse god, and Fafnir was actually able to turn into a dragon, actually. He was more of like a warrior kind of god, and he could actually turn into a dragon just so you guys know that. So yeah, I mean, some of you guys may play as Fafnir on Smite. Maybe I'll throw the image of Fafnir in there. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But still, to hear that she is the second strongest among all the siblings, that's absolutely crazy, especially if it's to Issei and Rias' son. So the next character actually is Shin Shido. So son of Issei and Ijin Shido, like Irie, Shin also feels the necessity to help others in need. He inherits most of his mother's angelic powers with the addition of wielding 2 holy swords, Kashu Kiyomitsu and Yamatono Kami Usada. So hopefully I pronounced that right. Usada kind of came out slow at first because I was not sure if I was hitting the nail on the head or not. Maybe I just missed the nail completely still. I don't know. But she wielding 2 holy swords at one time, obviously that's impressive. Obviously we know it's hard enough just to wield one. I mean, let alone be able to get picked to, wield one. You have it in your blood to be able to wield one. So that's pretty cool to see Shin Shido. Child is actually Robertina Hyodo, daughter of Issei and Ravel Phoenix. So this one could be interesting. Let's see what it has to say. She is described as a blonde young girl with twice as many hair drills as her mother. She has the characteristic of being a well-mannered noble. She respects her father and most out of all her siblings and tends to berate those who act stubborn, which she inherited from her mother's Aujou personality. Robertina has also inherited the abilities of the Flames of the Phoenix as well as her father's Dragon Aura. So the Dragon Aura, the Flames of the Phoenix, picture Issei if that man could just strictly fight people with offense and just throw away his body parts only to drop a Phoenix tear on him to regenerate his body parts. Absolutely unstoppable. He's almost as unstoppable as it is. So it makes you wonder if maybe, Robertina could actually beat her siblings if she's using the power of the Phoenix, regenerating her body parts. I mean, look at Riser. Look, Issei could take off a limb and he could regenerate a limb. So it makes you wonder, could Robertina actually be the overall strongest? Yes, EX and of course Asia's son Irie and her daughter, I should say, Irie, is the strongest to say in combat. But if they really fought Robertina, could Robertina win if she's just strong enough to keep regenerating? Who knows? That's something that I really want to know. And to find out that she respects her father the most out of all her siblings, that's really weird to see, especially with, Ravel being her mother and the personality that Ravel has. The child belongs to Rosvisa, Issei's daughter, Helmwidge. She is described as a silver-haired girl with a single long braid and wears a Valkyrie armor that appears to look similar to the boosted gear scale mail. Helmwidge excels as an expert in magic as she is capable of using her magic to analyze and replicate spells from other magic wielders as well. So seeing that she can replicate spells from other magic wielders, you're looking at a mage that can use any spell. You're using a magician that can use any spell, whatever you want to refer to her as. So that's absolutely crazy because then you're talking about someone that can copy other people's spells, but may have her own spells that are exclusively to her and no one else can copy them. So that's pretty cool. I have not seen this in the High School DxD universe yet. So just imagine of how strong Helmwich actually could be if she actually sees the right and most powerful spells. And that's not even, considering her own powerful spells that cannot be replicated. So now it's time for the final child of Irie Hyodo, and she is the daughter of Issei and Elmenhild. So I don't know who Elmenhild Karstein is. I'm not sure. We have not been introduced to her in the anime, but let's find out who she is maybe a little bit through the description of her daughter. So she has the usual traits of a vampire. So she must be a vampire. Her mom must be a descendant of vampires, right? With blonde hair and red eyes. Ernestine appears to also come off as a well-mannered and humble noble girl. She appeared at the last moment when she traveled to the past with her father. While not seen, she allegedly has all of the basic vampiric abilities. While being a half-blood also implies that she's immune to all known vampire weaknesses, such as sunlight. So that can be a very powerful child as well. If you're not able to be attacked by the sun and you don't have normal vampire weaknesses, then what are your weaknesses? Do you have any at all? Who knows? But it says that she's not even really seen, so she must be a primary focus at all, whether it be an EX or any alternative, kind of spin-off of High School DxD. So maybe later on, once all these kind of characters get tied into High School DxD, guys, we will actually get to know more about them. We'll actually be able to understand them, because remember, EX technically it's canon, but it's not canon at the same time. It's not truly tied into the main storyline as of yet, but hey, maybe this is the beginning of the sequel of DxD whenever his kids take over. Who knows? So, as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.